Hey, thanks for listening or watching Ramble video number 4 of my UIM Ramble series. And in this video, I am going to be one tick Ramble cooking live, which is going to be difficult because I'll be multitasking, doing one tick on this account, lighting fires on another account, and refilling my inventory, and then also trying to one tick the Karambwans while also talking live rambling. So I'm not going to just go do Hunter or something just because I'm doing the Ramble video. I do want the majority of the Ramble video for me to be getting cooking XP. So we'll see how it goes. I'll most likely make mistakes that I wouldn't with my metronome on. I've gotten to the point where I don't usually need a metronome, but I think the talking at the same time kind of messes with the flow. So hopefully I won't have a ton of ums, ers, or us while I'm doing this Ramble video, but I'm going to cover all of the skills and collection logs first before I start doing all of the world hopping and cooking. I will say real quickly that cooking is likely going to be progress video 5, and I'm not going to have as many clips as I did for video 4s, so it should be a little bit of a fast follow. In the moment of this video, you can already see that I'm 93, so that's about 23 cooking levels this week. And I think that I'm going to be far on track for being able to finish one of my goals this year, which was to complete 99 fishing and 99 cooking, as well as I believe it was 99 thieving, those three. Let alone I ended up getting fire making and all of quests and combat complete. There is a couple of combat things I still can do, but yeah, I think it's a pretty good place to be given it's only August, and I may be able to either go for some smithing levels, some farming levels, or just focus on farm or focus on smith before the end of the year. And chances are that I will get at least 90 plus in both of those skills, if not pretty far in one of them. I also ended up with the side effect of almost 93 hunter from the 99 fishing. And 99 fishing was definitely a grind for me because there wasn't really very many moments for AFKing at all, like there is with Runecraft or honestly even thieving. You can kind of just be thieving and then stop for a moment. And fire making, even though Winter Todd can be a little bit annoying at times, it's pretty AFK as well. But Temperos and 3-tick fly fishing are not AFK, and I only did a little bit of fly fishing during the period of time where I was doing aerial and I wanted to get to, I think it's Siren, Greater Siren, and that required 91. And I was, I think, 87 Hunter. The moment I hit 87 Hunter from aerial, after a little bit of Herb B as well to get my glory, mounted glory, I decided I should just go for 91. So I did a few, I think it was like 10 or 11 levels fly fishing, 3-tick fly fishing. And that was a lot of fun. And during that time, I spooned the heron pet. So, yeah, that was pretty crazy. I did not expect that. It definitely was a spoon because I did such little 3-tick fly fishing, and it was trout and salmon, which is a crazy drop rate to get the heron. So that was a very big surprise early on the count. And to be honest, I've never really wanted the heron pet, and I've never had it before. But once I obtained it, I really came to like this skilling pet, and it grew on me a ton. I also have the spirit version. I like the blue version. I like to have various versions of the pets. So for example, my Greatish Guardian and now my spirit blue heron. And yeah, that was kind of crazy. And then I did basically after that 91 aerial until pretty much aerial fishing was green logged. It's kind of wild because I got really close to getting the golden tench at the very end. So I actually got 2 golden tench near the end of the fishing sack and wasted some time for the log because I ended up with 60 over what I needed because of that second golden tench, which was kind of crazy. Also, you can get the Pearl Barbarian Rod even though we don't have strength. So I was able to actually complete the log, which was pretty cool. Obviously, the anglers, I didn't get that from there, but I went through and got the fishing rods in the last progress video, and then all I had to do was get the pearl and fish sack in this one. I wanted to finish it because I did do some Temperos early fishing levels and did get the barrel, and I knew that if I got the fish sack, I could put the barrel in it, and then both of those could become one item that could go in my POH and be storable, along with the golden tench and all of the fishing poles. So I thought, okay, it's worth getting the rods and worth getting the fishing sack. So I prioritized aerial fishing. It also was good hunter XP. I did get to 92 almost passively from 87, and I got to 87 pretty passively from 85, and 80 to 85 at Irby is really quick. So that's why I have 62 Herblore, not 60. Kind of been passive that I've done Herblore. Like, I have not prioritized Herblore at all. If you actually look at my looting bag, you can see that I have quite a bit of seeds that I have not farmed at all from 3 mil post XP only at Master Farmer. So I haven't done any of EV XP after 99 other than Master Farmer. And I haven't even started really even farming any of those yet, because I wanted to get Fishing Cape for that patch, and I also wanted to get Farming Cape before I start doing true farm runs, as well as I want to get to a point where I don't have to worry about it. But I've got 368 Raynars right there, so I have a feeling that I'll be able to get to 70 Herblore and 70 base pretty quickly. It's the lowest skill on the account, but I'm not worried about it. I've done 75 plus on bag before, so I know what to do for Herblore, and it's a lot easier now with the ability to basically use GE. Other than that, I did actually get quite a bit of other levels on the account. So I did get 85 farming in Progress Video 4. I also did get 75 wood cutting before forestry released. And I also got 80 smithing to clean that up and finish up pretty much everything I need at Giant's Foundry. And now I'm ready for Mithril Plate Bodies, which is apparently, according to Rez's, 158k or 148k an hour and 400k GP profit, which means 80 to 99 at 148k XP an hour, which is pretty darn good, by the way. I should be able to secure about 40 mil GP off of 99 smithing. So that's kind of why I decided I just need to do Karambwans. Karambwans are about 14 mil GP according to another UIM low that I talked to about it, because I believe low did Karambwans all the way as well. And they're just a standard UIM, but they're super efficient, and I enjoy watching streams of theirs skilling. And so I saw that and thought, you know what? If you could do it pre-99, I should figure out what the rates are pre-99. And so far, it's been definitely worth the cost. It is kind of strange with my account, because where many people would complain that recoils made UIM easy because of the feud, and so GP is pretty easy, I actually sold all my runes from 99 Runecraft long before recoils dropped, so I only gained about 45 mil GP instead of what would otherwise be 125 mil GP. So I've actually been short of GP, kind of a brokey, the entire time I've been working on my account. So thieving didn't really give that much, and I haven't been trying to just get GP from Arty Knights. I kind of like the idea of just having 30 mil thieving again like I did on bag, but no Arty Knights, just purely Master Farmer. And then I think I haven't done really any agility, but I do need to get 90 soon just so I have Arty on lock, because I really don't want to do Relica. But I guess if I have Concape and arrows to make while I'm doing Relica, it won't be difficult to do farm runs because I'll have Concape. So yeah, that might be something that I change up. I also did 85 mining, unlocked full prospector, and unlocked pretty much all the mining gloves and the gold prospector set and shooting stars collection logged. So that was pretty cool. I had never done shooting stars before until this account, so that was kind of fun. And I think that's pretty much everything. Full farmer outfit, obviously. The only thing I'm missing for that log for tithe is, I think it's just the herb sack. And I have the points to purchase it to green log that, but I'm not going to until I'm doing Herbivore to 99 Hunter. In terms of other skills passively, I haven't really been working on too much of Herblore, obviously, but I have been collecting some giant seaweed and some buckets of sand. And I did hit 80 crafting as well this video and figured out my method for crafting. So that was pretty fun. The only thing that kind of stinks is that basically for smithing and for crafting, I need to have pretty much a clear inventory, which means I do have to use Hespori for those, which is always a risk. And right now I've got 1.5 mil mithril arrow tips, which is 70 to 99 and probably above that in herbloric or in excuse me, fletching XP. So I will need to, yeah, at some point utilize those. So I've been trying to figure out my plan because it adjusts as things change, and the game has consistently changed. Forestry released. There's been some changes in polls recently that just passed, and so some of that is even changing. There's going to be some more cosmetics, and the big one is the sawmill vouchers that might actually take the cost of con even further down for 75 to 99 via Mahogany Homes Teaks for me. But Forestry released the log basket, which is why I've been waiting to do con. And the log basket is helpful because with the log basket and the plank sack combined, I can do teaks a little bit smoother with the Ring of Elements. And yeah, that makes it just easier for me to get Mahogany Homes done with nice planks and not oak. And the cost of it is about 22 mil pre sawmill vouchers, but the sawmill vouchers are purchased through forestry anima or bark. I've never done it yet, so we'll see. But we'll see what the cost of that actually looks like, and if I can get to basically what I need is 90 to 99 wood cutting. I want to do redwoods and just AFK them and then fletch them. But you have to have 90 fletching to fletch them, so I'm probably going to have to do forestry and wood cutting to get all of the arrow shafts for 70 to 90 fletching via willows, and I'll just 3-tick willows, get the anima that I need to try to unlock and maybe even greenlock forestry. And then during that time, I should be getting everything that I need from forestry to also be prepared for doing construction. So I'm not really sure how woodcut construction is going to occur. I do want to prioritize construction because basically farming and construction are the two skills left I really need in the quad, the cycle of thieving, fishing, farming, con for Herblore. And so I want to prioritize farming and construction. Construction obviously costs GP, and because I did 99 rune craft the good old fashioned way, I don't have the GP, so I could go spend the time just doing post RC. It's not going to take that long to get the GP, but I figure I'll just do smithing, get a good rate there, and I'll get the GP anyway. So most likely what's going to happen is I'll do cook. After cook, I'll do, or during cook, probably after cook, I'll do some smithing, maybe 5 levels to see what that's like. Maybe I'll go do farming and prioritize it. If I get quite a bit of GP from smithing, then I'll know that maybe smithing needs to be done before con. But I'll prioritize either smithing or farming. If I could get 199 after cooking before the end of the year, I think the best one is farming. Unfortunately, farming gives no EHP, so it would be really slow in terms of the EHP increase, which is kind of a bummer. But I'm, willing to sacrifice it to get that 99k because it's so useful for ongoing farm runs. And I think if I could finish that, then next year, because we're getting closer to the end of the year, I think we have got about 4 months, but then I could focus on smithing in the new year, and then from smithing move into con, woodcut and con. Now, if next year I could finish smithing, woodcut, and con, then I most definitely could finish hunter and get everything I need to stock up for crafting on that front from the giant seaweed. And then if I have any time at the end of the year, move into mining before doing crafting. Likely when I'm doing hunter, I will have, if I do woodcut and con before I do that crafting and mining, then I will likely already have 99 fletching as well. So it'll be kind of interesting because I might have woodcut, fletch, and woodcut, con, and then hunter and fletch. And then that would leave me in a position where pretty much all I have is crafting, mining, and agility and herblore. So by next year, which seems like a really long ways away, and I do have a lot of things that are going on, but I don't think is really all that much. So other than that, I did also get the tiny tempor, which was kind of crazy. So I did pull off at Temporos pretty much almost a green log by only 2.6k permits, which again, I got Spoon the Heron, so to get the tiny tempor at 98 fishing was very spooned. I mean, that's basically 1/4 the drop rate. It is kind of crazy to think that I could have possibly gotten the Dragon Harpoon and greenlogged both Aerial and Temperos pre-99 fishing, because to have both fishing related pets and both runecraft related pets pre 99 or by 99 is kind of spooning them. Obviously, I didn't get Rocky yet. I haven't gotten spooned on any of the other gatherers like mining, or you could say thieving or agility or hunter or farming or woodcutting. So it's not like I've gotten spooned a ton, but out of the 4 pets that I've gotten, I've been incredibly fortunate. So I'm definitely ahead on that front as well, which is pretty cool. But other than that, I think I'm making substantial progress. I'm getting closer to one of my little goals of 1300 total level with 1 Slayer, because Bag, the last picture I have, had 1350 total as a level 3 with like 50 plus Slayer. And that was all from lamps and stuff. There wasn't any cleaning finds at that point on Bag. So I'm almost there. I also did have 100 mil total XP, but that's because I had 30 mil thieving and like 90 agility on Bag. So technically, this account has more 99s than Bag. It had 99 rune crafting untrimmed first, which is something that I always wanted that I never did on Bag, and also I've always wanted to do is just untrimmed RC on a level 3 UIM. So, not to mention the fact that I'm done with questing pretty much, and unless splash weapons do come into play and the Slayer becomes another 99 that I'll have to obtain, I will probably do Slayer last. I don't know what sailing is going to look like, so I don't think this series is going to be 15 videos. It could be possibly 17, but we'll see what happens. All of my achievement diaries that I need to get done are done. I may actually at some point take the 20 strength XP or whatever it is for just completing the desert, but I don't know if they're going to remove that ever, so I've just been kind of waiting to see if they'd be willing to have the optional remove the strength XP from Pyramid Plunder the way they did with Puro Puro is possible. And so, yeah, I'm definitely at a point where I'm far past Bag in my opinion, but getting that 1300 total is going to kind of be my last photo. Once I have 90 agility, I will know 100% with 85 con and 90 agility and 90 woodcutting that I am far past Bag. My total level is not the only little goal I had. I also had a little goal of total XP to be 100 mil. I don't think I'll hit in this video, obviously, but I do think in the next 99 video, progress video 6, I will. All right, I think that's pretty much everything. In terms of crafting, I did figure out a method for that, and I do have enough for 87. So at some point, as ugly as the stat will be, I may do a push for 80 to 87 just to get to the best in slot crafting method this account can have with the with glass making the best in slot version. So at some point I'll do that. I did test out this method. It's all right. I just kind of wanted to wait to get more supplies and both giant seaweed and buckets of sand, but I do have the 30k buckets of sand, so, and like 6k plus giant seaweed. So I probably should do 87 at some point, but I also need a clear inventory. So it might be good to do when I'm really tired or bored of smithing to go just make the swap and do some crafting. We'll see when that gets put in, but I want to do it in 2 goes. I want to get to 87, and then I want to do the final go 87 to 99, maybe 87 to 90 in between, and then 90 to 99. I don't know. That's probably one of the most annoying ones to, like, boring ones to train, but it is a very chill method. Fletching has just been a bane of my existence. I almost think it's worse than Herblore, to be fair, because you have to get all the arrows or smith the arrow, smith dart tips, and I mean, I'm not going to do 200 mil fire making. Many would say that that's what to do for the 99 con and woodcut and fletching, but I am going to be going for full green log of construction first, so we'll see where I get there, and then I do want to do full green log of forestry. So like, I really don't want to go do 200 mil fire making, spend like 700 hours doing content I'm not that into, even though it's fairly chill, like when I could go get a bunch of collection logs, finish all of that, and I'll probably be at a position where I've got 90 plus woodcut, 90 plus construction, and 99 fletching by the time I get to that point where I would even do post fire making XP. And it's like, if I have the GP and I enjoy mahogany homes way more, why not do them? And if I enjoy redwoods and AFK woodcutting and fletching dragon trees, then for 99 fletch, then I might as well. Plus, I have heard that the best time, the most efficient, macro efficient time to do 200 mil fire making is when you already have 99 woodcut, fletch, and con, because you're going to get the most XP out of the fire making XP. So in some weird world or way, I am somehow technically semi-efficient, considering that I've been prioritizing collection logs and not just doing 3-tick fly fishing all the way to fishing, because that was really fun. I really enjoy 3-tick fly fishing, and I kind of wish I could have just done it all the way to 99 fishing, but I knew that I needed to get a lot of stuff done on my account, and I'm really glad that I did. All right. I think that's everything. I mentioned agility getting to 90 at some point. I will be able to get another outfit and recolor and a couple of other pieces I'll shove in there. It's still to this day, even though I have had my max favor for forever, I still don't have the all white set. And I might go for that, or I'm going to make the next set on the way to 90, probably the quest set, because I think that graceful set looks good. Believe tomorrow, no, Friday actually, is Jagex is going to be announcing a lot of stuff. So there's a high probability that a new leagues is going to be announced. And this account, unfortunately, has not done any leagues. So I've got a lot of catching up to do, and it takes forever for them to release a leagues. And they never really lower the points for the prior league rewards, which is annoying to me. They do increase the ability to get more points in every single league that they release, but it's not substantial enough to like really enjoy the full league for those rewards and then get effectively retro ones like fairly easy. It's still rather difficult, and you usually can't get everything you want for the prior leagues in that current leagues. It takes like 1 or 2 or 3 leagues before you can get everything you want. So it's going to be interesting. I've also been working on LMS a little bit here and there so that I can go for the Armadillo Halo. I do think that I could definitely get more LMS collection logs. I don't prioritize it too much, but I do want the Arma Halo. I think it's really nice, and I can store that in the POH. And at some point, I'm going to AFK Castle Wars for probably one of the Castle Wars Halos as well, just so that I have a little bit of extra fashion on the account. But other than that, I'm just chilling. And yeah, I guess now I can actually do the method, and yeah, we'll go from there. So basically how this works anyways, since you're here and we're about 22 minutes in, and I might just ramble a little bit more because I'd like to talk about Transcend and just generally where I'm at and what is coming up in this next season of life, because we're in August and school started for me today, and my daughter starts school next week, and I've got an internship that's starting up next week on top of my full-time job and my part-time job. So it's going to be wild. We also have a 2-month-old. So I'll talk about all that stuff, I guess, rambling inefficiently for the future of this video. So let's just get started. I always light a fire and then head to the world before. And then for this, I can just world hop. Oh, I don't have world cycle on. So I have world cycle on. Just makes it easier for me to keybind basically hopping worlds, but not just hopping to and from, but hopping through the worlds. And this account is always basically early, while in terms of what world it's on, while this one, the one that I'm actually doing the cooking on, is hopping through and collecting all the raw cromb ones. And then there's a fire awaiting it at the world where it's going to. Don't judge my 2-tick ability here, okay? Like, try not to judge me too bad. I'm learning how to do this. The burn rate has been not too bad, considering I thought for sure that this was only a method that you should do basically at 99 cooking, because then you never fail burning any of the Karam ones. But I have found it to be relatively smooth, especially since I hit 92, and that's been kind of crazy how fast it's been. Now, one thing I wanted to mention is a huge shout out to Cheesed, who's going to be getting 99 con untrimmed, his first 99 in RuneScape tonight. And that's just incredible. I mean, I'm super excited for him. And shout out to Transcend. Our clan has been growing. We've got absolute titans in it, and it's been a lot of fun. Even my 99 fishing, a bunch of people from Transcend showed up. which was kind of nice because basically Nine and Thieving was like nobody was really there. I didn't really invite anybody, and the Nine and Fire Making I just did entirely on my own. So yeah, it was kind of cool to have the boys and girls show up, and yeah, it was sweet, man. It was just super cool. So I'm really enjoying our clan community. We have a very active Discord, very active voice. The clan chat is usually popping off quite a bit, and I've just been really thankful for how the community has developed. We haven't had too much drama. I think we've only had like two major kicks with two people in 8 months since we started. And considering how little our clan actually is in terms of ranking against other 10 HP accounts, but clans, I think we're doing really, really good. I'm also kind of surprised that not that we haven't that we've not shut down or anything, but just how many people have been active in it and positive about it. So that's something that I really am excited about, because even if I'm, AFK for a day or something, like, oops, see, of course I made a mistake. Even if I'm AFK for a day or anything like that, there are incredible people like Relent and Sun and Cheese and Twiddle and Maven and others. You know who you are. Iron Flash. Yeah, there's a bunch of people who are funny, silly Void Warlords for sure. I almost didn't shout out Void. There's so many people that are there to help and are knowledgeable. And we just updated our ranks, which was really cool because basically our ranks are very inclusive for brand new Iron 10 HP accounts. And we truly do have a mixed batch of actual basically 10 HP and level 3s and even prayer peers that are of different iron builds in our clan. But it's very entry friendly. And then from there, it's very steep in terms of the ranks go all the way to almost like top 3, top 5 EHP for iron 10 HP and level 3s. So I feel like our ranks are really good because what happens is you have people who start out accounts. Maybe they're in improvement or district 3 or unit 3 or something else on a normal account, and they come join on an alt, which is totally fine for us. We don't mind if you have a normal in another clan, like who cares? And they have a lot of questions about things. And then we have a lot of people throughout the ladder in our clan. I'm more like middle of the pack, a little bit above middle of the pack in terms of EHP on this account, but my account is also a lot, not as old as some of the other accounts are. But it's really nice because new players can ask questions and get a lot of support from the veterans and middle of the pack. And then it does create a cool community because a lot of our middle of the pack and veterans are very helpful towards other players. And it gives them a chance to get a little bit of a good ego boost of like the things they've learned and knowledge they have being shared and passed on, instead of like held to self in gatekeeping or anything weird in that way. So I've really appreciated that about our clan, that there's just been a ton of activity, whether it's questing or pretty much anything. You can join voice. Also, you don't have to be an iron to join in the actual voice. It's just the clan itself. Of course, it messed up again. But I will say that you can't join the guest chat unless you are an iron of some kind, even if you're a combat iron. So we have that intentionally. We want people to be encouraged to join the actual community as an iron, and whether that's an alt, etc. Again, doesn't really matter, but that's been really, really cool. We have had some developments in Transcend, some changes, some promotions, and then yeah, some people who otherwise should be a mod, like Sun should probably be a mod, but I know he's a busy working man now, so he would have said yes in the past when I owed it to him, and then now he would probably not say yes. But yeah, like it's been good in terms of just the changes there. There's not been a lot of aggression or ego or anything like that, which I'm thankful for. And there's a lot of jesting and like putting up with one another and kind of trolling one another, which I think is kind of fun. But yeah, it's been a great community. In terms of being like Sun, I'm gonna be very busy coming up here soon because school started today. I work a full time senior software engineering job, and then I'm also working part time teaching software engineering. And then I'm also going to be taking only one class, college course this semester, but it's a lot. It's a high end class. So it's a lot of reading, a lot of papers, a lot of challenging well, I guess the midterm and the final are very challenging because it's not like multiple choice. It's like ID driven. So basically you get a question and you have to answer it by providing three distinct sentences that distinct and give an answer to that phrase or something. So like if in Latin it's ad fontes, it's going to be three things about ad fontes. So it's a little bit difficult. Each one is like 3 hours because I've had this professor before. And then I also have an internship that starts next week that is also probably about another 11 books of reading for the next 4 months. So total I've got 17 books I'll be reading this next semester. I've got three major papers, and then I've got a total of 4 presentations, all in 4 months, while also it's going to be my wife's birthday soon and my birthday, and then my daughter's birthday. My daughter is also starting school Monday, so that's going to be really busy. We transitioned to a really cool academy that's really good for her and going to be challenging for her, but also just really nice to have a community of parents that are actually care about their kids' education pretty aggressively and are doing the best they can to give them that education. So I'm excited about it. I'm definitely pumped. And it's going to be a little bit busier, which means I need something like cooking because I don't really have the bandwidth to basically, spend 1 hour a day only getting like 100k XP on something like agility during the season. This is also the last semester of my internship, which has been a 2-year track. So given the next year, I will not have that additional semester wait that I've had the last year and a half, which has affected the account because I do think I would have even progressed even more. Also, we did have our third child, which is just incredible. Another boy, so I've got a girl and 2 boys now, and I'm really excited for my youngest boy because I know he is going to play a lot of baseball with him, and they are just incredible already. They're a lot though, so less sleep and all of that as well, but I've grown accustomed to it. This isn't my first rodeo. Oh wait, I did make a mistake there. I would do that. It happens. So whenever I do it, just hop back. The world hops fortunately pause your XP per hour, so technically even in the 92 plus, I've been getting roughly around 300 to 330k cooking XP per hour, which is just incredible. But I'm messing up because I don't have a metronome timer and my flow gets wonky. But I don't have to do it perfectly. It's still so much faster than mess hall and worth the GP since I feel like I've barely spent any since I got here. The alt is a little bit annoying to have to manage, but I'm only doing this to 99. I don't really imagine myself doing much post cooking XP after 99 cooking, and it's a really pointless skill. So some people are like, man, you're shooting through it, and I am, but it's like, who cares about 99 cooking? It's basically just something I'm getting done for max and to have done because, why not? It is giving me EHP though, so I can't, judge it too badly. Trying to think of what else to talk about because we've been going for about 35 minutes and I usually aim for about 25 to 45. But that's pretty much all that's been going on, and I think that I'm going to call it here because I don't want the ramble to be too long. Let me know if you enjoyed this, if it was a good ramble for you. If you have any specific questions or thoughts that you would like me to cover in the next Ramble video, maybe share them in the comments. Please do like and subscribe. I really would like to get to 1K total. I don't have like a little thing that shows click and subscribe, and I know that it would technically increase my like I would probably get more subscribers if, I did that, but I also am not like a super high production only making RuneScape content every single week, every single day. It's not like what I do full time, so it's obviously never going to be to that standard or quality that I would like. Because if I was to be that perfectionist and nitpicky about things, then it would just take too long. Like including vid 4, I basically decided to just do it and did it in like one night. If I was too picky, like it would have taken so much longer, and I would have probably had 2 songs, and it just, yeah, it wouldn't be the same. So I try to just get things out and continue making progress and post stuff that I can. I do need to do some videos for updates for quest stuff and combat stuff, because some of those videos are a little bit outdated, but overall I think it's not too bad. So hopefully you've enjoyed those and they've been helpful for you. If not, I know that people have commented, and then I'm able to reply and provide insight into things, and people have appreciated that. As well as it's been a method for some people to find out about Transcend, because most people don't know that I started a clan and that there is even an Iron 10 HP clan. And again, that there is not just level 3 irons, but also hardcores, ultimates, and 10 HPs of all those various builds as well, which is pretty darn cool, because you'd think that there's not that many of us because we're such a niche amount of the population. Yet, a lot of people who make up the standard population also have one of these kind of accounts that they may be, kind of playing on the side, they're interested in. Maybe they're giving Iron a shot for the first time, but they don't want to focus too much on combat, or they want to do something cool with 10 HP for Bounty Hunter, whatever it is. So yeah. All right, well, I think I've rambled long enough. We're at 37 minutes. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, join Transcend. Message me. Usually I have private on, but I'm going to be bashing this out, and I just don't like it constantly showing me logging in and logging out. But definitely come visit Transcend. And also shout out to everyone on my friends list. Shout out to everyone who came to my 99 fishing party. That was pretty cool. I love the social aspect of this game. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.